Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome. It's another Sunday night full of fun on the Gastlecast, and look who we have here with us. To Jason Swobodas. How could that happen? I don't. What is going on? Yeah, it says
God,
Jason
you guys are in
Swobodas
luck.
twice.
I envy
How
you
could
now.
that even happen? Hold on. Let me get rid of this one.
I tell you, sometimes I like to install 2 mirrors so that way I can see myself
Right.
twice.
Right.
Mhm.
I'd do the same if I were you.
Yeah, you got to. You just got to see the most.
We got to know who everybody is. I mean, come on. Here we go. Now I got the names all straightened out. So,
Hey.
there we go.
How do you know how to spell Alex's last name off the top of your head?
Because I'm brilliant.
I don't.
What can I tell you?
Did he? Did he spell it? I can't see it. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna guess.
For some reason, I know how to spell your last name. I don't know why. I just know because I'm awesome.
But you never say it right. So you know how to spell it, but you never say it right. Can you?
Or-
He
That's
can't even
true.
It's
spell
Right, yeah.
Aronowitz, right?
It's Aronowitz.
Yeah, I always say Arnowitz.
Now, let me tell you something. When I went to a Russian doctor who saw my last name and he knows how it's supposed to be pronounced, he said, "Oh, Mr. Haranyovich," and I was like, he knows how to say this name, Haranyovich. So.
So,
So you said the doctor was Russian. Did you tell him to slow down?
hey.
And I'm out. That's my last time here, ever, ever.
Look what you did, Jason. Damn it.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Alex, I wanted to bring you on mainly because you're one of our good friends and we've had you on several times. But one of the other reasons, the follow-on reasons, was because you were at SIDESHOW recently for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes. Well, not San Diego Comic-Con, Sideshow Con.
SIDESHOW Con, yeah, because San Diego
Yeah,
Comic-Con
it was
wasn't
their
really a
booth,
thing.
their everything. Yep.
So how was
That
it?
Wait, are we doing this now?
Yeah.
Or are we waiting for the podcast?
No, the podcast, there's a whole bunch of other things we're going to talk about.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I think
What are
we
we
should
gonna
talk
talk about there?
about this on.
What? I'm waiting for whatever Heather says. Heather tells me what to do. I don't listen to you, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I thought, Jason, was this part of the podcast this week, or are we getting this out of the way now?
We can get it out of the way now.
Oh, okay.
We have other Chris is correct in this case. Not always, but in this case, yes.
Usually not, but in this case, okay, got it.
In this case, yes.
So
All right.
I wanted to know about your trip. I saw all of your photos. I got to fix our camera. So while you're talking, I'm going to fix the camera. But I saw you with Baby Yoda, or the real name is
yeah.
the child. So how did the whole thing go? Was it amazing? How was the trip?
So, like I went there not just to do those 2 live streams. So those are sort of like a surprise for the groups. But I went out there doing some work with Sideshow. I do freelance work for their social media department. And, they were doing all these awesome live streams where they were going through the booth every day. But then we got to have that fan perspective, me and the twins, Cody and Jasmine, who I love. We got to go in there and we got to give that fan perspective. We're like, you work there every day and it is exciting. And they're there giving you all the specs and everything about the product and like the background and the designer and this. But we just went in there like, oh my God, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like getting to see all the stuff in person that no one got to see in person yet. Like not a lot of people got to see the child in person yet. Like
Right.
It was at Sideshow HQ. People who worked there got to see it. Some celebrities got to see it. Like if you check, I forget what celebrities were there on Instagram. Like I know Lawrence Fishburne was there and a couple, and
Wow.
Ming Na Wen from she was in The Mandalorian and she's also from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She was
Yes.
there. But like to be like just a fan to go see it, and I'm like, I kept getting closer to it, but then having to back off because I was afraid I was going to touch it and then get killed.
Now that wasn't the Hot Toys version. That was the actual Sideshow statue, correct?
That was a Sideshow statue. Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is more my speed. Like I love Hot Toys,
Mhm.
and I like the idea of carrying around a little Yoda. But I just want the statue. I just love it. I'm just going to have it in the house. It's going to be a centerpiece of my entire apartment, I think, at that point when it comes in.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I-
Absolutely. If I had people over here, I'd absolutely,
You just walk in, you do your best, Werner Herzog. I want to see the. You want to see the baby.
Give me the asset. Secures the asset. Yeah, I can't even tell you how excited I am. And the little set that they build with all that wood and dirt and everything, that was all real dirt. That wasn't
That's
toy dirt.
awesome.
There were real pine cones.
So it shocks me that you're saying you only want the statue. I figured because you carry around that gremlin, or at least you were there for a while, everywhere, I figured you'd want the hot toy so you could carry it around with you.
I would. I thought about it, but my problem, for the price, like the gremlin, like that's $100 figure. You know what I mean? That's $100 puppet. Which is pricey. But I wouldn't feel as bad damaging that. Like if I dropped that that baby Yoda, and like the ear popped off and everything I'd be devastated.
Did you call him Yoda Bay?
Yoda Bay.
He's the Bay.
That doesn't work. Yoda Bay.
Yeah, he's the Bay DeLorean. So that's how we're gonna do it.
Hey, he's the
So-
Bay DeLorean.
Was that your favorite thing you saw while you were there? I mean, there was a lot there.
There was so much stuff there, and I love the designer toys. You know that I'm a big designer toy nut.
Sure.
So those dinosaurs were so. Did you get a chance to see the dinosaurs?
I probably did, but I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Oh, those 3 dinosaurs was Gentleman Rex, Brachionaut, and a Mosasaur. It's a pirate. It's a Mosasaur, and it's a pirate, and it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex with a top hat and a monocle and a cane with his tiny little hands, and then the astronaut Brachiosaurus. I love those, but then they did these 3 originals. It's like a intergalactic bounty hunter, like a dark sorceress, and a dragon slayer. And the detail on those 3 statues is amazing. So those 3 were probably my favorite. And then the last thing was the X-Men diorama. Did you see that X-Men diorama with the Sentinels?
Yes.
Dude, I can't even tell you. Like you look, so like I got to see it at Toy Fair, but then this time I got to see it again, like in a different arrangement. And like, I got to see so much more of the detail. Like it looks like splintered wood. It looks like actual splintered wood. And like every time you look at it, you see something different, like Rogue punching the Sentinel's face and like the metal peeling away from like that powerful shot.
That's
I'm
awesome.
so animated.
Yeah. I'm afraid you're going to punch your own computer here in a minute. So how about the hot toys? Tell us about the hot toys.
Tell us.
So the hot toys are cool, but they did a lot of Star Wars. So they had the Mandalorian with the child, the little baby one. They had General Anakin and General Kenobi, which looked really cool.
Yeah.
Because I love the Clone Wars. Do you watch the show, The Clone Wars? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah. So yes, I personally did a bit. I didn't watch a whole lot of it. But what I did, so I watched the last season because I wanted to know what everybody was talking about, and it was phenomenal. So I went back and started watching some of the earlier seasons, and I didn't stick with it for very long. I kind of dropped off.
Yeah, it's the early, like most shows, like the earlier seasons are always tough to find their footing. Plus, like I feel like chronologically, I don't think it's an order. I think you go online and there's like an actual viewing order that's actually better to watch. But I love the Clone Wars show, so to have the General Kenobi and the General Skywalker was pretty great. And then seeing the battle damage Thanos in person was awesome. The Black Widow, oh my God, they keep getting better and better at Scarlet's face, so much better. And then what was that other hot toy that I really liked? Oh, it was the Batman. It was actually the Batman Beyond skin from the Arkham City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like the Arkham City, Arkham Knight, or whichever brand it's under, I can't remember. Those figures are so insanely detailed. I have the Deathstroke. By the way, I don't know anything about Deathstroke. I'm not a big DC Comics guy like that, even though I did read a lot of Batman back in the day. I'm not a big Deathstroke fan, but that figure is insane, so I had to get it. All those pictures.
I like the color palette on Deathstroke. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all.
I have him on my. Well, if you look at the hot toy, man, I can't run into the other room to go grab it. It's buried behind so much stuff right now. But just the armor and all the details of all those figures, and then the Batman Beyond figure there's so much detail for a thing that's basically just black and red. You just see all the little sculpting details. It's crazy. Plus, I have Deathstroke on my Deadpool shelf because we all know Deadpool is just Deathstroke.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Did you? So, going to the sideshow building, was that your first time being there, or have you been there several other times?
It's actually not my first time being there. This time it was very restricted because of COVID, because of
Okay.
everything's going on with COVID. So like there was a lot of restrictions on like where you can go in the building because they don't want to risk contamination, especially me coming from New York.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Going through 2 international airports, like they had to be really careful. Like I was super distanced from everybody except for the twins because we were all traveling together. But I've been to actually Sideshow. I got a full tour of Sideshow before, NDA and everything. But obviously I can't talk about it, because I signed an NDA and stuff. So
Because you're Mr. Important.
It'd be funny you get sued for being on the podcast. That'd be a huge get for the Gastlecast, but
it would be. Imagine that episode.
Right.
Alex gets sued. Alex sucks.
Where Alex gets screwed. Alex
Yeah.
gets sued and then screwed and then sued. Well, that's cool. I saw all your photos and I was super jealous. I saw your videos that you were posting on your Let Your Geek Side Show, which is a page on Facebook that you actually moderate, right?
Yeah, I'm a moderator for Let Your Geek Side Show. They have how many pages now? They've got Let Your Geek Side Show is the main one. That's all the geekery, mixed geekery. There is the Designer Toy Collective, which I admin. That's like the main group I run. There's Let Your Statue Side Show, which is all statues, because they have obviously a big statue following. There is Rise, Conquer, Rule, which is their Court of the Dead. They're like spooky, evil, awesome dark fantasy. And then they just added Atomic Misfits, which is they have a new brand called Atomic Misfits. It has so much cool stuff. I just got a piece from it recently, this Camilla DeRico piece. You want me to run and get it? No. And then new at Sideshow, they have Sideshow Insiders, where basically everything new coming out, like you should join that one, especially that one, because anytime something new goes up for pre-order or goes up for RSVP or switches from pre-order to in stock, like they post in there like right away.
Okay.
So so now like you're like, oh, when's this, when's this statue coming out? Like boom, like when it goes in stock, it's right there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I actually joined that page. They
Sideshow Insider is a good one.
They don't have a page that's specifically for Hot Toys, right?
No, they don't have one that's specifically for Hot Toys. I mean, the main group is essentially like Hot Toys Central because that's a general group, and a lot of people post their Hot Toys in there and their Hot Toys pre-orders and their screenshots of when they ordered it and all that stuff. But what are you drinking? Is that crystal stuff? What is that?
Yeah, sparkling ice.
Sparkling ice. I love that stuff.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm drinking.
Sorry, I got very distracted.
I'm drinking absolutely too much of this. It's not good for me. I gotta.
Does that have
some water.
Does that have the artificial sweetener in it?
Yes, it does, but it says zero sugar, has antioxidants and vitamins and all this other stuff. It tries to tell you that it's good for you, but who knows? You never know. It's probably killing me, one drink at a time.
Okay.
It's got
Sucralose.
What
is it?
Sucralose?
Yep, that's the
Sucralose,
artificial. There it is.
Yep.
There it is, the sucralose. Sorry that I got distracted, but
you're good.
I'm not a fan of the artificial sweeteners.
No, here we
Me
go.
neither.
I'm sweet enough as it is.
I live with Heather, and she is basically nailing me with this all the time about how I shouldn't be drinking or dealing with artificial.
At least you're getting. Never mind.
It's not the good kind of nailed, unfortunately.
Well, what about see, I use a lot of what's called monk fruit sweetener. So it's a
I don't care for that
natural.
either.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I hate it. I hate them all. I do not like
Monk
it.
fruit.
Really?
It has that taste. It's not sugar has a lower sweetness than all of those artificial sweeteners or monk fruit or any of them, and it's
I hate
just
stevia. I won't do stevia because stevia has a straight up aftertaste that's brutal.
Mhm.
But monk fruit I find is comparable to sugar.
I'd rather just not drink it at all.
Okay.
Well, I'd rather just take my
You don't
black
have to.
coffee, and my unsweetened iced tea, and then just go and watch The Price is Right. That's all I want to do.
That's fine. You're allowed.
Yes.
So,
That's
Alex,
perfect.
when you went out there and you saw all this stuff at Sideshow, when you came back, did you immediately have to pre-order some stuff? Were there things there that you saw and it was just like, I have to have this?
So the Dark Sorceress, I wish I had pictures to just like put up on the screen. The Dark Sorceress was one that I really want to pre-order like immediately. I RSVP'd for a lot of stuff because it's not immediately released. Like Gentleman Rex, I RSVP'd for immediately. The Dark Sorceress, I RSVP'd for immediately. If anyone wants to look them up, usually if this was a Sideshow stream, I would just be dropping links, but I don't have them on me. Yeah. And what else? What else did I have to order right away? I RSVP'd for Black Widow because she was amazing. But did I order anything? Did I actually pay for it? Oh, Stabby. Did you see Stabby?
Yeah. Stabby's cool.
Stabby's awesome. So Stabby's actually on his way to my house right now.
Awesome.
But yeah. So other than that, I don't think I ordered too much because this I had already pre-ordered when they announced it. Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka Tano, both from Clone Wars, are two of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. And I've been into Star Wars since I was a baby. I'm pretty much like a Star Wars hater now, and by the way, I was hating on Star Wars before it was cool. Before the sequel trilogy or anything like that, I was hating on Star Wars. Okay. When they added the no to the Blu-rays, I was like, I'm done with Star Wars. It's over. But anyways,
like a lot of people were.
I absolutely love those two characters. And so that statue, I got like one more payment on. And Asajj Ventress is the most badass Star Wars character, in my opinion. And Ahsoka Tano.
I was pretty psyched about Jay and Silent Bob. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. They didn't announce that till recently. And those things are amazing.
They do. Any chances we're gonna get anything from movies I like in John Candy Sideshow
Cups.
Listen, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Hot Toys is Hot Toys, right? So Hot Toys is they do a lot of licensed stuff. They're in the video game now. They do a lot of Iron Man, obviously. Now they're doing so many Spider-Man. Oh, did you see the Ock suit, the anti-Ock suit, Chris?
No.
Did anyone play the game?
Yeah, I did.
The PS4 game? Well, the anti-Ock suit that he gets at the end, spoiler alert, that's all black and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed that at Sideshow Con. But I mean, Hot Toys is going to be sticking with their main properties. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to dive too deep into John Candy. But listen, sideshow.com/suggest. And you know what? Why don't you guys get the Gastlecast and the Heroic Nonsense to spam sideshow.com/suggest with John Candy. Be like, I want John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in the devil costume.
Yeah, and that would be like one of his extra costumes he could have for that. Or Uncle Buck.
Just Uncle Buck.
With the giant pancake and the shovel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's other toy companies, right? Asmus Toys did Ace Ventura, I think. Was it Asmus?
I remember seeing an Ace Ventura.
I don't know. One of these other companies that make Six Scales, they made an Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll make a John Candy. So write it down, and we'll see if we can get them to do it.
Jason won't be happy until it's done.
Look, FuNKO finally made a single John Candy, and it's from the one role that he didn't, the one scene in the one movie that he didn't like doing. So,
which one?
It was from Stripes. And he's got the bras. It was the one scene he didn't want to do. He wasn't comfortable with doing it because he didn't think it was appropriate. And that's the one they make. And I'm like, God, just give me Planes, Trains, off. We got Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. We got this. We got Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. Why can't I get? Yeah, I have them, but whatever.
Why do you have those? What are you doing?
Because he has everything.
That movie.
You love that movie for real?
I love Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Good for you.
It is absolutely hilarious.
Where can I stream it?
Hilarious. It was on the HBO, but I don't know if it's on the HBO right now.
I don't really know why I'm asking, because normally if you like a movie, I don't. Unless it's Superstar.
But we found out that that's not true with all formats. So, or maybe it was. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's the teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the teaser. Where did Chris go? Has he had enough?
Oh, yeah.
He's had enough of your
He said he's done. No,
he's
actually...
like, I can't believe, you know what? We put all this time, and then he likes Romy and Michelle's high school reunions. Son of a b.
Yeah. So go to the other room to look for another host.
Yeah.
So we have a question from your boy Snowden. Alex, are those Raycon earbuds?
Raycon earbuds. No, they're Jabras. They're Jabra Elite 65 Ts.
That
Holy
sounds
crap.
like a Star Wars character.
It does.
That was just a bunch of letters you just
Jabra
said
the
out.
Butt.
So this is my new pair. I had to put a sticker up here so I know which it is, because my old pair, I don't know what's going on. They don't charge. So now I have 2 pairs. This I charge in here. So now I have a backup pair.
Ooh,
But they're pretty good.
That's good.
Excellent.
Okay, so I just Gastlecast stuff. Get this out of the way before we get into heroic nonsense stuff. So last week was a big week for us. We hit 3,000 subscribers. Hip hip hooray! We just hit 3,100 subscribers actually, which is great. So for our next giveaway, we'll do it's going to be our 4,000 subscriber giveaway because I'm giving away too much. But what was equally as cool last week is that we put our Ghastly pins up for sale, and we sold all of them. That was all 25 sets. We sold all of them.
No, we sold 24.
Oh, okay.
Well, we gave one of our friends one.
Oh, yeah.
For
So we
being
gave
a good mod.
Yes, so we gave a set away. Actually, not even that he's a good mod, but he's also
Nepotism.
oh yeah.
Good friend.
Well, yeah. We have a good mod, and then we have our other friend Jacques Morgan, who is partial creator of Ghastly. So we also gave him a set. So that's 23 that ended up being paid for. Aside from that,
keep piling up.
yeah. Aside from that, we sold a bunch of Gastlecast logo pins. So thank you if you guys ordered them. Gastlecast logo pins, if you only ordered those, those all went out on Saturday. Ghastly pins will probably go out within the next couple of days. But what we promised during that live is that we would be giving away Ghastly to the folks who bought a Ghastly pin set. So this is the giant Ghastly. This was made by Jake Carr, the man, the myth, the legend that was behind making Ghastly pins and stickers and everything else. He's a great friend. He was here a minute ago. I don't know if he's here now.
Is that heavy?
Not really. Maybe I don't know.
No, it looks heavy though.
Yeah, it looks heavy, but it actually has a sticker on the back, so you could stick it on the wall if you want it, or you could just sit it on your desk. So it can be used for multiple things. But this is the very first Ghastly, I think, aside from a pin, that's like, I don't know, kind of almost like a figure, I guess. So we're going to be giving this guy away, and we're going to do a random number generator of 1 to 25.
24, because Jacques is not going to be in the drawing.
Ah, great. Okay. So 1 to 24. We're going to select a winner right now, and that way we can send this out along with the pins. We're waiting to give away or do the shipment of the pins until we gave this thing away.
By the way, that was a whole thing.
Trying to play a soundtrack.
It was yeah, it was a whole thing. So Chris and I were talking about how we're giving this guy away, and he said, well, let's ship the Ghastly pins tomorrow. This was on Friday, so we were going to ship them out on Saturday. And I said, well, we're giving away Ghastly on Sunday, so I think it would be wise to ship them out after Sunday so that we could pack the pins and the Ghastly together and save on shipping. And he says, okay, well, let's ship all of them besides one, and that way we could put Ghastly in with the winners.
Listen, I already sound like a complete idiot. Okay, we got it.
You know that's not how
No,
things
it doesn't work that way. I'm a complete moron, and I'm sitting down here and I'm like brainstorming how we can do this so we can ship them.
He wasn't brainstorming. He was like on the verge of like raising his voice at me and saying, "No, Heather, we will ship them out tomorrow, and we will just package up the winners." For Monday, I'll ship the winners out on Monday. And I said, but how do you know who's gonna win, Chris? And he's looking.
By the way,
the winner then.
By the way, you guys think you have fun on Friday nights. That's what we usually do. Okay, we have a great time on Friday nights.
Excellent.
So this will be given away tonight, Heather. If you want to do a random draw of 24, can you hit it 5 times, and then on the 5th time we'll select our winner? That would be great.
So I have a list of 24 names, everybody besides Jacques.
Do you want to name who's on here?
No, they know who purchased.
Who bought?
We all know who we are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So I have it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's 1 through 24.
Brian Barrick said 2 + 2 = potato.
Okay.
That's my math.
That's exactly what I picked up from the conversation, by the way. I was like, oh, yeah, it's potato.
I hit it once.
Uh-huh.
I hit it twice.
Uh-huh.
I hit it 3 times.
Okay.
4 times.
Uh-huh.
And 5 times. Our winner is number 21.
Number 21 is Lisa Lazar.
Lazar!
So congratulations to Lisa Lazar.
Well, it wasn't me, so I'm out of here. I'm done.
No, but that's the only reason why
Yeah,
Alex
me
was
too.
coming on.
Bye.
So Lisa Lazar, congratulations to you. I haven't seen
awesome.
your
I'm
name.
real mad.
Alex.
I have drumsticks, and I could have done a drum roll for the announcement.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought Alex fell into a pile of collectibles, and we were never going to find him again.
It would have been better. It would have been better if you had hit sticks. Do you remember those?
No,
the
but
80s?
Jason, can you see this? Can you see what these sticks say on them?
It's sex. Sex
These
club.
came from the
Ooh.
Scott Pilgrim deluxe sets.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
that's awesome. That
Anyways,
movie, for some reason,
Congratulations, Lisa Lazar.
that movie puts me to sleep every time I put it on now. I don't know why. I love
Read
it,
the comics, man.
but it
Have
always
fun
puts
with
me
the
to sleep.
comics. You'll have a good time.
So a big congrats to
He
Lisa.
doesn't know how to read.
I don't know how to read or count
Or add.
or add.
No. Look, we'll send them out. We'll send them out 4 days ago. That way, they'll get them now. So by the time the live starts, we'll already have them. Heather, criminy. Why don't you understand this?
Why don't you
What am I
understand my
thinking of?
dumbass logic? Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
that is giving that Ghastly away. So congratulations to Lisa. You're awesome.
And hey, in my official $7 a pop uniform, this isn't it, but we also wanted to say congratulations, and we wanted to give something away to the Gastlecast We Hunt Together group.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
something special. It's a mystery prize pack valued, and I did this estimation.
Well,
about
let Chris do the estimation. He's really good at the math.
It's worth $2.
All right, here's the thing. We're going to go ahead and mail the winner the package. Then we're going to pick the winner in 3 days. Okay? So let's do that.
And then you're going to get the prizes.
And then that way, when we announce it, they'll know who they are. But no, it's estimated to be worth $100.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes,
Well, thank you
it's a
very much for
special-
doing that.
It's a secret prize pack. I don't know, Chris, Heather. You think of a way to give this away, and you cannot win it yourself. Sorry.
You told me I could, though.
Well, that's if you went as Gether Hast.
Okay, I can do that. I'll
Gether.
arrange that.
It's you, but you have like a big handlebar mustache and no glasses. You're like, hello, I'm Gether Hast.
Nice
I
to
would like
meet
to
you."
win the prize pack.
I've
But
never
yeah, but
been here
that's-
before.
Yeah, she's very nice. Looks similar to you, except with the giant handlebar mustache.
The only
But yeah,
Chris
but
would
that's
argue that.
From $7 a pop to the Gastlecast, congrats. So there you go.
Thank you very much
Thank
to both
you.
you and Lee and the team over at $7 a pop. That means a lot to us.
Nice.
7BAP.
So you have to be.
You
in
do
the-
that like in gang size style, like 7B.
We do it.
And-
We actually
P. Did
we
that
do
work? I
it-
don't know.
we
Yeah,
do
you
it in
did good.
Gangnam style.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that. We should make a music video while we're here. You have
Yeah.
We
drum,
just
he already
did.
has drumsticks.
I do. I have a whole band. I have a miniature band.
The rhythm is gonna get you.
So thank you to all of you guys out there who purchased Ghastly pins. This is definitely helpful to us because it gets us on the road here to get the toy made, because we're going to make a Ghastly toy, as most of you already know. We do have a series 2 of the Ghastly pins coming your way. It's another 4-pack. We're going to do those soon, and then we have plans. Actually, we met on Friday. We have plans for Halloween pins, Christmas pins, and then we have a glow-in-the-dark variant that'll be released sometime between now and Christmas time. Not sure when, but just be on the lookout for Ghastly pins.
You'll get it in the mail, and then they'll make it.
There you go, boom.
Yeah.
I do want to say, though, the Ghastly 4-pack that we just sold, you guys have the only 24 or 25 sets that are made. There will be no other pin sets made that way, and we've numbered all of them. So congratulations to the ones who got them, because in the future, when we have the toy, you'll have the pins to go with them, and you'll say, ha, 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 I have the first Ghastly pins.
Did you upload those to PPG though? 'Cause,
No.
Yeah. You
No,
better.
I haven't worked
need to
for
know how to
my
fix
I
those.
haven't worked for my second employer yet in a while.
Oh, Evans.
You should be
So-
fired.
So over the weekend, we went to our P.O. box, and we picked up a box from Amazon. Somebody had it shipped to us to Heather, and it was to Lady Heather of House Gastlecast, mother of Snowcap. And the reason why this is this is what they sent us. It's a Snowman Captain America. Can anybody out there tell us why they're sending this Funko Pop? Does anybody remember why this is being sent to Heather?
Why are you asking that question?
I'd love to know if anybody remembers.
The chat isn't going to catch up.
You think it'll be a while?
Until like a minute from now.
Funko does not respect Hanukkah? Is that what it is? Is it because Funko hates my people? Every holiday, that's the only time I interact, I feel like, with their social media, is that every time they put out all the holiday pops, I'm like, where's my Ben Grimm with a yarmulke celebrating Hanukkah?
Right.
Because, where's my people?
That makes sense. Why wouldn't they do that? That would actually be really cool.
I have a whole Hanukkah display. Like, I have a Christmas/Hanukkah display, even though I'm not religious at all. I just because I have Ben Grimm, Stan Lee, I have Kirk and Spock because Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner are both Jews. I've got all these different things, and now I have the 10-inch Ben Grimm. But no, I never get my Hanukkah pops. Whatever.
One day, you may, and I think we go to their suggestion there. But then again, Sideshow has never made Hanukkah hot toys or Sideshow products either. So,
well, Sideshow doesn't make hot toys. Hot Toys makes hot toys.
Right.
But they don't make holiday. They don't make holiday themed things.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they're neutral.
they're very
neutral.
Yeah.
But we got a Thanksgiving Deadpool, and that's all that matters.
Thanksgiving Deadpool, I like.
Yeah.
I respect Thanksgiving Deadpool.
So people in the comment section actually called out why we got this. It's because we told somebody, I think it might have been Jason. Somebody said everybody should send Heather a Snowman Captain America because remember we talked. No, was Jason on with us that night?
No, I think it was just us.
Or maybe it was just us. But we talked about Christmas Funko Pops that are coming out this year. And we pointed this Funko Pop out, and Heather said she absolutely hated it. And then somebody in the comment section said, well, everybody should send one to Heather. Well, we got one. So I don't know if this is going to spring like me going to the P.O. Box and there are going to be like 4 or 5 more in there.
I really hope not. Please don't send any more.
Yeah. We have 2 of this Funko Pop. So that's good enough. But thank you.
It's more than good enough. You know, it's funny because Chris actually threw away the paper that I guess would have had the person's information who sent it. So I spent like 30 minutes on Amazon chat trying to figure out who sent it. So I was able to thank them. It was our friend Eric Maya.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yes. So thank you, Eric.
Awesome. Okay, good. I didn't know you found that out. Great. Yeah, I threw it away.
Why would you destroy the little thing of who it came from?
Because when we get all of our boxes in, it's always full of like coupons and stuff. The other day, I was removing all this stuff out and throwing it in the recycle because I needed the box to ship some stuff on Saturday. So I ended up like ripping stuff out. It's the whole thing. So
oh my God, I have a story about that when you're done with your thought.
No, go ahead. I'm done with my thought. My thought's
about
empty.
Wasted packaging and coupons. So back in the day when Prince John and Shere Khan were not very rare because now they're vaulted, I was making customs of this stupid character from this stupid comic book that I love called God Hates Astronauts, and the character's name is King Tiger Eating a Cheeseburger. That's the name of the character. So I made one. And I sent it, and I sent it to the guy who wrote the comic. He loved it. So I made him a bunch. So I bought them all with discount coupons and everything from Barnes and Noble, and I ordered like 20 of each pop. Right? They sent me 20 boxes, each of them with 1 pop.
That's awesome.
All the coupons, all the advertising, all the join HelloFresh, all of that stuff in it. And then on the bottom of each box is Barnes & Noble cares about the environment, so please respect. I'm like, are you out of your mind? I came home and there was a pile of boxes in front of my front door, almost as tall as me. I was so mad. I was sending them messages. I was doing the whole Karen thing, getting on social media. I'm like, nah. But seriously, are you kidding me? 20 separate boxes.
That's incredible.
I gotta get the pop.
I was hoping he could maybe tell us about CVS receipts next.
Yeah.
Oh, CVS receipts is a whole other story, but everyone experiences that.
They do. It's just I want to get a piece of gum. just all right. So we're just gonna be here a while.
So I used to dodge CVS when I was a smoker because they didn't sell cigarettes. They stopped selling cigarettes years ago. So I would never go to CVS. I haven't been to a CVS in years. So when I saw that come up, like that meme, I had no idea what people were talking about because I hadn't been to CVS in so long. So I guess they print out like mile-long receipts, huh?
You get coupons, and I don't understand why oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's King Tiger eating a cheeseburger.
That's a really cool piece of artwork.
That's my custom Funko Pop.
That's awesome.
Can you see his little cheeseburger in his
Yeah,
hand?
that's great.
Yeah, and now both of these pops were vaulted like shortly after I destroyed like a million of them.
So you could have had quite a bit of money now.
Yeah, I could have, but whatever. I made someone else happy.
Right.
He sold them. I made him a whole bunch of them, and he sold them at a con with boxes that had my name on it, made by Alex Aronowitz.
Oh,
I felt pretty
like
good.
that.
Pretty good.
He was making
That's
money
the
off of
only
your.
time I cosplayed at a convention. I dressed up as King Tiger eating a cheeseburger.
well, that's because you chickened out and didn't want to go dress as in the Stranger Things sailor outfit.
Yeah, well, that's because I was busy working at New York Comic Con. I was working.
Right.
So,
Right.
I will do it. I promise you. I'll do it for New York Sideshow.
Whenever they let new cons happen, which is not happening this year at all. Yeah, did you see Awesome Con got pushed back to next May?
I don't even know what Awesome Con is.
It's what we got. It's all we got down here.
Oh, is that yeah.
It's all we got, man. Come on, let us have it. Let us have the damn
Here?
con.
Can you hear Mr. Softy outside?
Yeah,
He's
I
on
hear
my
it.
block.
You got to take a break.
Yeah, I'll be back. I gotta go get some ice cream. Whoa, God, I'm breaking everything.
Excellent. You've gotten up so many times during this whole.
Because
Sick.
you understand, you have no idea how much stuff I have. Like, I have so many toys, so many millions. Look at this. I got my creative clown, like right here. This thing's like 2 pounds of solid resin. Like,
That thing's
literally
awesome.
2 pounds of solid resin.
That is
Gave
really
my
cool.
very
friend Joel. And
I
I
like
have all this stuff here. So I'm
I
always
like it.
getting up because I want to show you cool things that I have.
I like it. Well, should we get the cast started?
Absolutely.
Did you-
So I'm actually starting up the software right now, and we're gonna test. So if you're ready, you can test.
Testing.
Test.
Can I go now? Test.
Can I
By
say
the way-
something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was me being you this time, Jason.
Oh, okay, perfect. Can I test something? By the way, I forgot to pick up Kurt Cobain when he came out, and I didn't want to pay like $30 to $40 for him. So what did I do? I found one at a Guitar Center,
Ooh.
and I got two. Yeah, and I got two of them. So I got two
Wow.
Kurt Cobains.
Isn't that weird that Guitar Center started selling all those like rock star, like musician Funko Pops? I remember the AC/DC Chase one showing up there all the time and people saying, I went to Guitar Center and bought my Chase AC/DC Funko Pop. And I was like, oh my God, that's your reason for going there?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm actually considering buying a banjo real soon. So,
Like a mini one to go with your other mini instruments.
Jason, I already have a mini banjo.
Oh, so you want to get a big banjo?
I want to get a real life banjo so I can learn how to play the banjo like Libby.
Well, who's that hot chick you got there with you?
This is remember Isabel was on? This
Yeah.
is her doll.
That thing is amazing.
This is Bodhi. This is she's tall. She's really
She's
tall.
really is.
tall.
That thing's humongous.
This is the customized one with all the tattoos on it. And she's based on Libby from the Bridge City Sinners, which is why I got the banjo. Base tattoos, everything.
So the
So,
tattoos,
is
are
the
they
regular
Lighting's
one-
terrible in here.
Is the regular one doesn't have tattoos on it?
No, they come blank.
Oh, okay.
They come blank. No, this was a gift for me.
how did they get the tattoos on there? Are they like painted on?
She drew every single. I mean, can you see them
You're
in,
kidding
in
me.
this light? Like,
Yeah.
she drew every single one on and then sealed them with a paint seal.
That is amazing.
Oh, look at that thigh tattoo.
Wow.
I just
And the
imagine.
singer of the band, I reached out to her and she lost it. She absolutely lost it over this figure.
Does the singer from the band have the tattoos like that?
Most of these are original tattoos, except for a couple. Like it's inspired by her. But the head tattoo. Let me take her wig off. The head tattoo up here and the face tattoo. She also put gauges on because gauges. And
because
I think
gauges.
This tattoo. She's bald now. This tattoo here, and I think this tattoo on her chest. Those are actually like taken from the actual singer. The rest are just. There's actually a tattoo of the cover of Monkey Gone to Heaven. Well, no, that's not the name of the album it's from. But the Pixies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the monkey, the 567 monkey. I guess you can't see it because that's kind of like how we bonded. Like we first bonded over our love of the Pixies. So she threw that on there. And she sits in Captain Kurt's chair. That's where I keep her. Anyway,
the king's chair.
Nice.
So, okay. Well, so you guys want to get started on the... By the way, what was the band called, Alex?
The Bridge City Sinners.
The Bridge City Sinners. I don't think I've ever heard of them before.
Dude, I listened to them more than any other band in the world. They were my number one listened to band of all of 2019 when they did like the Spotify rundown.
Right.
And them and Amigo the Devil. Those are like, I'm obsessed with them.
Okay, I'll have to look those bands up.
Oh yeah.
The album, the Pixies album was Doolittle.
Doolittle. Man, it's like my brain, you know how when you're on the spot, your brain shuts down? But yeah.
Yes. My brain shuts down when I'm not on the spot.
That's my absolute favorite Pixie song. So it was like perfect.
My brain is always shut down, as you can tell from my math.
Yes.
Okay, so Jason,
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and start the podcast. Do you have everything ready, what we're going to talk about?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, here we go. Ready, Heather?
Yeah.
Okay, you done playing your games on your phone?
I wasn't playing.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Welcome to Heroic Nuts. Oh my God. Oh, I think I just had a stroke.
That was really
All right, let me try that again.
Well,
Jesus, I don't think that's ever happened before. I can't talk. Here we go. Welcome to Heroic Nonsense. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
And I'm Jason. And we have a special guest here today.
Where?
You.
Oh, me? Oh, it's me, Alex. And I'm Alex.
It's Alex Aronowitz, our good friend, our good friend and colleague. That seems like something you'd say.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds like something on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
All right, we got Alex here. So our colleague Alex is here. He's going to do a presentation. Go ahead and take it away, Alex.
Here's my spreadsheets. These are the numbers and these are the profits.
Here's the
this
spreadsheet.
is the profits and the overhead.
All right, well, let's table that discussion for right now, and we'll come back to it very, very shortly.
We'll deep dive.
Yeah, we'll deep.
Annie, by the way, my girlfriend. Well, you know Annie. Does everyone know? I don't know. My girlfriend Annie hates corporate speak so much, so I love using it, especially deep dive. We're gonna deep dive this problem. Oh, she freaking hates it.
But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. There's just so many, and you can read like anytime I will get like I'll read like either a politician or somebody will issue some sort of apology or do, and I can just read it and I just sit there and I count every single phrase that they have in there. I'm like, let's see how phony this actually is.
Ugh.
And it's like, all right, yeah, they use that. They use the word emphasize, community. What are some other big corporate buzz speaky words?
There's too many of them.
There is so many.
Annie was here. She'd run through them all with you.
Encourage,
And
growth. Growth is
yes, growth.
Got too dark.
Yeah, but you went to you actually did something that I am not. I'm pretty brave. I drank mustard beer today. I'm pretty brave. But you did something I would not do right now, and that is you got on an airplane and then you flew to California. California. So you flew out there for the SIDESHOW con.
Yes.
And I got to know, what's it like being on an airplane? Because it's not something, I didn't like airplanes prior to this. And I always thought I was going to get sick anyway. And now I just, I'm too scared.
It was an experience because the plane was mostly empty.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 1/4 of the people on there. I was alone in my row. The guy across from me was alone in the row. There was 2 people in front of me. There was no one in back of me. So it was like pretty empty. You would have gone crazy because I know the shopping cart ordeal, right? Being a good human being, following the rules of society, the contract that we have signed with the society around us.
Yes.
Return. Okay. So over the overhead, they're like, okay, as we're landing, when we land, just everyone stay in your seat so we can maintain social distancing. And then we'll just, because dude, there's 23 people on the plane. We can wait. You could just wait 5 seconds. Nope. Everyone gets up. Everyone gets up except for me. I sat down and I was like that guy that sat down and was shaking my head. You people, you.
Those damn
I was
kids.
Judging.
Everybody.
So yeah, of course everybody would get up at once because everyone wants to get up. And especially what always drives me nuts is the person who has the window seat. They want to get up too. And it's just like, we're not going anywhere. And then they have to automatically like go to where the person on the airplane that I think I have rankings. Number 1, the worst person on the airplane is the one who brings in Chinese food.
Oh,
number
God,
two is
thing?
the person who puts their overhead stuff in sideways.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're supposed to slide it in lengthwise, and they just turn it on its
Yeah,
side
wheels from the back.
and then go away. And then they walk away like, oh, this is fine. When they're just like, hey, this is a sold out flight. The third one is the person who chooses to sit in the middle seat in an empty row. I think something's wrong with that person.
No, there's absolutely something wrong.
But so
Chinese food is the one thing I cannot imagine. Like,
let's just bring in, you know what? Let's just reheat some crab cakes and throw them on the airplane. That's what I want to do. I want to get a big stinky,
no,
big
man,
stinky
you
onion
chips and
thing.
crackers, man, that's it. You eat those, you eat like Ritz. What are those things? The little Ritz bites, Ritz
Yeah.
bits. That's what
Just
you
go
eat.
to town.
But that people bringing on smelly food like that they just don't give a shit about anybody. That's the key issue here is that people are just so self-centered that they're who cares? And then if somebody would say something to them, they're like, why do you have a problem with this? Who cares? It's very similar to the person who comes to work that tries to cook the fish in the microwave oven that everybody shares. It's the same thing.
Oh my God!
And goes, I'm sorry about this. No, you're not. If you're sorry, you wouldn't, bro.
Now, like at my job, I would do that because I like to be, to mess with the guys at my job because they piss me off. But so I'll bring in some weird like Tunisian food from my grandmother's house and cook it in there. And they'll be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's my grandmother's witch's brew." Like I'll cook that just to piss them off.
Oh, what's that made with? It's made with fermented cabbage and gravel.
Yeah.
Gravel, it's like
actually something my grandmother makes, by the way, that I call the witch's brew. It's called la khayla, and it's a spinach-based broth, so it turns almost black.
Ooh.
And there's meat, and there's eggs, and there's and beans. So as she's cooking it, like with her spoon, like this old witch, this old Arabic witch, who's mixing it, and every once in a while, like this black goo, this egg will come up, so it's like an eyeball coming out. It's like yes, and the bone comes up like
oh my God!
She's cooking the La Brea tar pits. Let's just
I didn't even think about what my fist looks like on the camera doing this, which is
there you go. Yeah,
it doesn't look good. I'll be honest with you.
We do have a comment about food on an airplane. Patty Kenyon, is that am I pronouncing that Kenyon? She says I fly with Burger King or sushi.
Oofa.
Well,
I don't approve of sushi.
I feel like sushi doesn't really smell.
It depends on what kind.
Yeah. Burger King's pretty brutal.
That's just Chinese food has a lot of fragrance.
It smells like farts.
Because it's usually just Panda Express. Yeah, and yes. It smells like someone already ate it in a lot of cases. It's just in a recycled air environment.
It's not a good thing.
I don't. When are you eating Chinese food that smells like farts? I mean, for real.
You've never had chicken and broccoli?
Yeah, but I've
Beef
never
with
had
broccoli? It
food.
smells like
the
farts.
food usually smells good. I don't really have.
No, it smells good, but if it's cold, especially if it's cold, it smells like a fart.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, if it's cold, okay. All right. All right.
Maybe.
By the way, Jason, back to Panda Express.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of one of my SIDESHOW con stories because my Airbnb had a couple of chickens in a coop. One of their names was, oh man, I can't remember their names. One of the chickens' names was chicken, but in German.
Mm-hmm.
Hatschen, I don't know what it was, but I ate Chinese food. I ate chicken sitting in a table across from these living chickens that these people have as pets. And I'm sitting there eating chicken. I'm like, this is really dark. This is really messed up, man.
I'm looking up chicken in German, and it's probably going to bring up German chicken restaurants.
Where were you staying where people had live chicken sitting across from you eating? What country were you in? Germany?
It's Hanschen.
California. Hanschen?
Hanschen,
yes. So Hanschen was one of the chicken's names, which I love. No, I was at an Airbnb. Dude, they were like, oh, if you want a grapefruit, go down to the orchard and grab a grapefruit. Or you can hang out down by the stables. Like, dude, I was on this like massive property. Thousand Oaks has some like really fancy properties, and we were staying in this like detached house, like part of the house. And yeah, they had chickens, they had stables and orchards. It was pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
But so you were were you nervous about being on an airplane right now at all?
I was.
Yeah.
So I basically, I not like the Naked Gun. I wasn't wearing an actual body condom, but I wore clothing. And then I put clothing over it, like a full outfit over my full outfit. And then when I got off the plane, I had a garbage bag, and like all my stuff went in the garbage bag. You know what I mean?
So you
on
were
the way back.
Wow, and you just burned the clothes right in the tarmac.
Should have. Honestly, the pajama pants were like my worst pair of pajama pants, like my oldest, most rattiest pair of pajamas. I should have just thrown them out, but I don't know why they came home with me. Should I get up and get them? Because I like to get up during there.
You do. You love. That's your favorite thing. You like to stay active.
But
you have to. So what? You have to wear your mask the entire flight.
Yes.
Without a doubt. You probably can't get up. There's no drink service or anything.
Oh, there is.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there's drink service. So like you sit there and a mask, but yeah, it was, and everything comes in a plastic bag. So there's no like meal, but there's like, little chips, little crackers, little water bottle, little mini water bottle. But yeah, my flight was delayed. So you get to the airport 2 hours early, right? So I'm wearing a mask for 2 hours there. Then my flight was delayed an hour, so it's 3 hours. Then the flight's 5 hours. So I was wearing a mask for 8 hours straight. And people complain about having to wear it in a Target for a half hour.
It just sounds like a nightmare. I don't know if I would have went, but that's just me.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be to wear the mask. Dude, I was wearing that for 8 hours of recycled breath. You know what I mean?
That's especially bad after you take that Chinese food on your flight and eat it.
That's true. Are you still doing?
Gum. Kept chewing gum.
Are you still doing keto?
I've been very so in California when I'm on vacation, I'm in vacation mode. No keto on vacation.
So you didn't have the keto breath with the mask. That's good.
No. But at one point I went to Del Taco and had like some like spicy, vegan burrito or whatever, vegetarian burrito, whatever it was. What's that? Beyond Meat. Mm-hmm. And I ate that and I put my mask back on. I was like, oh. No, I immediately had to go to a supermarket and get gum because I was like, this is brutal. I can't breathe in this Del Taco back into my face.
Yeah, the two issues I have is one time I ate corn chips and then put a mask on immediately after. And then I had to smell that for 2 hours. And I'm like, ugh. Terrible. Don't want to smell corn chips. And it was just like, and the thing is, I didn't even get them on my lips. I was like taking them like, I was trying to get them past my lips so it wouldn't do that.
You were putting them directly in the hole.
I was putting them into my stomach without even chewing them. I put my whole arm in the back there, and that's how I did that. The other time, but if I chew gum and I have that on, the air from me like exhaling, it goes right into the mint goes into my eyes, and then my eyes start watering, and then I can't handle it.
Why don't you get one of those masks with the pinched nose thing? So maybe it's less.
I think I'm just gonna get a Darth Vader mask or like dress up like the Moon person from MTV, the Moon Man, the Moon whatever.
that covers my whole, I showed you this, my mask that covers my whole face, including my beard. It's the only way I can get a good mask. It was a custom-made mask for me.
Oh, well, aren't you just blessed with custom-made masks? Look at you. Look at you.
This is my King George dance from Hamilton.
We'll get to I want to bring that up again in a few minutes. So traveling, and then of course when you come back, because this is what 36, 37 states on the New York quarantine list, the forbidden travel list that no one the governor put on there. So you had to quarantine yourself for 14 days when you get back.
Yeah. So as soon as you get off the plane, there's a lady or a gentleman there with a bunch of forms and pens and a drop box or whatever, and you have to immediately fill it out. Your name, your phone number, where you're staying, address, like emergency. You have to fill all of that out. And then I get a phone call. And by the way, this woman was flirting so hard with me. On the phone. Maybe she's just really bored, and I don't know, and I was just a very friendly person. I've never been flirted with by someone like this, like on the phone, who has never seen me, because that would automatically turn them off from flirting with me. If they saw me, they would like coldness. But she was like so flirty. I was like, yo, relax. Like, and she even said like, oh, if you need to get in touch, just, respond back to the text and I'll call you. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Don't give it away, girl. Make me work for it, right? She's like, slow down. But she was really sweet. But yeah, she gives you this phone call, and then she's like, okay, now we're going to send you text messages every day to ask about your symptoms. So every day I've had to answer a text message about my symptoms. And today I got the last one and says, you are now clear.
Did you have it? Did you have any sort of like emotional goodbye with her today?
I should text her back, be like, listen, babe. And then she kicked me in the nuts like digitally.
Dean Blockley asked, was she charging you $4.95 per minute?
Yes. Yes.
Are those
like really flirty? And I was like, this is weird. Like, why is she laughing at all my terrible jokes? This is not good. This is not a good thing.
Is there so she laughs at terrible jokes?
Yeah.
Send me the text. Send the text. I could use an audience sometimes. Yeah, that's all I got there. I had a thought and it went away. It was like it was right there.
14 days.
Yeah,
I had to fill the form right as soon as you get off the plane, and then but I still went for a COVID test.
What's that? So
none of you.
Well,
so they go into your nose with a long Q-tip. And has anyone had an endoscopy through the? And then is that what it is? An endoscopy where they go through the nose to look? No, what is that called when they look at your throat through your nose?
Oh,
whatever
I don't
it is.
know.
Yeah. So they stick this camera up your nose and down your throat to look into your throat. And as soon as they pull that out, your tear ducts just start flowing. And your nose like someone just like told you the worst horrible news of your life, and you're just crying, but you're not sad or anything. So that's what it was almost like. You sticking this Q-tip up my giant schnoz, and I was like.
So Heather and I actually went for the test on Friday with my son, and we didn't really know what to expect. We ended up going through our local, it's not the MVA, emissions. We went through our local emissions, and we pulled up.
They got their car done and their nose done.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well, it took about an hour, and then you get
To
through
wait in line.
Yeah, wait in line for an hour in your car, obviously, and they have you fill out the paperwork along the way, and then they put it under your windshield wipers and all that jazz. So finally, they get you through this tunnel, and then they ask you like a couple questions about your name, your date of birth, and stuff like that, and then they take that thing and they shove it up in your nose. And to be honest with you, it made me tear up just a little tiny bit, but not a lot. It was actually very easy going from my perspective. Heather, did you agree too?
Yeah, it was like if someone were like picking my nose for me.
Right.
I have a giant schnoz. Maybe my beak is more sensitive, I guess. Look at this.
Well, I'm wondering if it's like a different type of test, because I know another person who had to get it. And I asked them how it was before we had to go and get it. And they said it sucked. It was horrible. They went really, really far up. And this, like, they didn't go far up on ours.
Not at all.
Oh no, they went all the way like to here on mine, like all the way up to the bridge of my nose, like as close to my brain as they can get. It was freaking.
What really freaked me out was that they use this Q-tip to go up your nose, and then they take it and use the same Q-tip on your other nostril. Now, that didn't freak me out like
what,
so
are the
much.
boogers different like nationalities?
No, I'm just saying it just seemed weird that they were using the same one for both.
I asked
don't know.
Chris what his problem was. I said, I would see an issue if they stuck it up my nose and then up yours, like the same one.
Up yours.
And then I just thought it was weird that they smelled it afterwards. That was so weird.
It was weird. She licked it when she was done. The experience though was very. The waiting part sucked, but outside of that, it was fine. Now my son, on the other hand, he didn't seem to have fun at all. And as we pulled away, he's like, "I didn't like it," but that lasted all of like 5 seconds, and then he forgot.
Well, yeah, because you mentioned Chick-fil-A, so
I took us for a Chick-fil-A breakfast, and that calmed everything down. Believe me.
And then when you got in the Chick-fil-A, they took the chicken minis and they shoved them in your nose.
They shoved them up my
because there
nose
was
as
all
well.
the
Scooped it out.
So that's the perfect way to do that. Excellent.
How do you eat your chicken minis?
I use my mouth still.
Oh.
I thought
Yes.
thought you were going to say anally, but okay, cool.
That's a thing of the past.
No, I learned my lesson after the spicy. Never mind. We just won't talk about that right now.
No.
The other night, Heather was playing her word game, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm playing Scrabble with this old guy." And
No.
Wasn't that an old guy?
Can you rewind back calling it her word game? And
her
it's just
word
called
game.
Scrabble.
Yeah, it's Scrabble.
Well,
All
they
it
have
is
like
is
words
Scrabble.
with friends and all that crap. One of those games. But she was playing with this dude, or was it a guy or a woman? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's an old man. His name is James T. And if you scroll into, they have a
Kirk?
picture that's like this big.
Well, you don't want to show his face on here.
No,
do you?
I'm not,
Don't
but
make the guy look like an
he's-
asshole.
He's
Here.
like an older man. He's maybe
He looks
balding.
like he looks
can't
like
tell.
a coach. He looks like a coach at for a middle school team or something. Is what he looks like.
Yeah,
Is he rich?
I don't know. I didn't ask
Well,
him.
that's not the guy I'm talking about, or the person I'm talking about. She had the word anal.
Oh no,
and she's
it
like-
was Grammy. That
Yeah.
was Grammy.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know if I should use this word. It's weird. I go, well, anal is used for something else. It's not just like for that. She goes, I think they're going to leave the game if I use that word. I was like, no, I think you're fine. Anal is used, not, it's something else as well.
Well, yeah, it also means if you're like, anal retentive.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I said it has another
just
meaning.
makes
It's going to be fine. She's like, I'm afraid she's going to leave the game. Her name is Grammy.
Her picture on there, it isn't her face. Everybody else that I play with, it's like their face or
Probably
like
older.
their pet or something. It was a crocheted like doily. So I know she was 100% somebody's gram.
She looked like the grandmother from, what was that? Tweety Bird? Remember it was like Tweety Bird and
Yeah.
Sylvester?
Yeah.
It was that grandma, like literally.
No, but then, so this guy, James, he,
He offered you like $20,000 to come over.
No.
I wish. I've never gotten a message from someone on this game. It'll send you an automatic message saying, "Oh, you beat so and so."
Is there a picture of you?
Yes.
Ooh, let me see that picture. Is it your
Is
buttocks?
that why? Is
I
that
bet
why
it's your
he
butt.
messaged me? So I'm playing against
I
this
bet
guy.
It's your butt.
I bet it's your butt.
He randomly sent me a message after our first move together. I thought that was a bit forward after only the first time, but he said, "Hello, Heather. ... Nice move."
Whoa! You know what that means, Heather?
What does that mean?
Don't.
He wants to
Don't.
take a shot at your doilies.
No, this
Oh
isn't the
my
same
God.
person. And
Because you played the word anal.
That's right.
you better believe I am
You
not
play the
playing
word-
anal
Did
with
you play
that
the words
guy.
indecent and then proposal afterwards? Hey,
I wonder if that movie's aged well.
I don't know. I don't know if it aged well in the first. I never saw that movie.
I didn't like it to begin with.
What movie was it?
Indecent Proposal. Robert Redford, Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson. It's where he offered
Yeah.
$1 million to sleep with his wife.
I remember that
I
being like
did
a butt
see
of jokes.
Kingpin where they reenacted that scene where it was
With
wonderful.
Chris Elliott.
Yes.
Kingpin's the best. One of the best movies ever. So one of the thing, but by the way, Alex, we're glad that your test came back negative and you're clear to go, and
Yeah.
you no longer have to quarantine, but you're still going to stay at home just for fun.
Staying safe. I am still staying safe. We are having our bathroom redone, so I have to bust out of here for 2 weeks, but we're staying with her parents. So
Excellent.
yes.
All right. Well,
Yes.
good. I'm glad that you came back safe and you don't have any COVIDness.
No.
happening.
Congratulations, you don't have COVID.
Congratulations.
How-
Which
how
shows
long did it-
shows that maybe it's safe to fly.
Eh, if you have to. You know what I mean?
long-
Like, I was glad to get away. Like, a lot of the work that I did over there was the same thing I would be doing here, which is me at a laptop monitoring live streams and doing stuff like that. Like, I wasn't really that active except for the 2 in-person streams I did. But there's something about not working, doing your work while there's a train going by your window and, garbage truck destroying glass outside, recycling truck destroying glass outside your window, and the ice cream truck. Was something nice about being in this nice mountain quiet breeze where there's nothing but the sound of birds and the buzzing of bees, and at 3:00 in the morning a psychotic coyote going nuts in the middle of the night.
Well, it's good. Also, you don't have to get a pitch for a timeshare either. So those are all bonuses.
That is a bonus.
So I gave homework to Chris and Heather because I know
Yes.
that you and I, Alex, have watched something that they didn't, and I thought it would be fun to get their impression of it. But I asked them. I said, Chris, Heather, this is like on Thursday or whatever. I said, what are the chances you can watch Hamilton on Disney Plus before we record? Because I am completely obsessed with this. I love it. I love the musical. I think it's amazing. It's so well produced. The songs are catchy. Everything's about it. And since I'm in my 40s and a male, I'm starting to get into American history. It's just what I do. I think that's what you have to do once you turn 40. And then you're just like, what do I do? Here, read this book. It's about American history.
Listen to the dollop.
Okay. The dollop?
You will love the dollop.
What is that?
It's an American history podcast.
Oh, okay.
And it is ridiculous, and you have to listen to the one about the Orange Revolution. It's about the Irish. It's basically about like everything that happened in gangs in New York. It's basically a podcast about that. It is one of the most ridiculously, hilariously tragic episodes I've ever heard in my entire life about people murdering each other.
Oh,
But it's hilarious. The way they
Sounds-
present it is just cracks me up. They read newspaper thing. It's like unbelievable. Anyways, the dollop. You're 40. Listen to it. It's a great
yeah.
podcast.
That's what I have to do now.
You can
That's what you gotta
only
look
get
forward
in if
to,
you're
Chris.
40.
Yeah. So, Chris, this is what you have to look forward to.
I got
at
a
some
couple
point
years
as well.
away. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm getting rid of all the FuNKO and I'm just getting history instead. I'm just going to put up
all the
history.
time.
What's that? Oh, it's just my history collection.
My history. I cut you off. Continue.
Oh, so Chris and Heather watched Hamilton.
Oh, you watched it?
We did.
Yeah.
Did.
It took
See, I
us.
expected Heather to watch it because I'm going to tell you something. For a long time, to me, Hamilton to me was the show that white women watch, because every time someone on my feed on Instagram, on Facebook, anytime was like, oh, just so Hamilton with the girls, and it's just all white girls watching it. And then like the next week it's like, oh, we're at this live murder podcast, for like, true crime podcast. So that I posted this inflammatory post that like whenever I meet a white girl, I just assume that she's seen Hamilton and she listens to true crime podcasts. And I'm usually, by the way, I'm usually right. So I'm very surprised, Heather, that you haven't seen it already.
I do not do either of those, but I did do one of those.
Break the mold.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
But you didn't text say you went with the squad.
Yeah.
Out with the squad to see Ham. Hashtag
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Well, that's because I don't have a squad right now and I can't travel and
I'm your squad.
Aw.
yeah, we watch it on TV.
Obviously, I'm not her squad. She says you don't have one.
Oh.
I have
So-
a husband. I don't have a squad.
Oh, great. Thanks. What a great name for me. Okay.
that
so
should be the highest honor.
squad is better than husband. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we watched it. It took us 2 days and 3 times to put it on to continue. And we did finish it finally. Yeah. Was it yesterday? Yesterday.
Yes.
And I got to say, I'm not a musical guy by any stretch of the word. I actually usually run the other direction when it comes to musicals. But I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great. It was very well done. I felt like I learned something along the way. However, I went and looked up the real history behind it, and it does seem like they kind of embellish some, which is okay.
Yeah.
It's like anything.
Liberty.
Right.
I mean, seriously, there's like this much stuff that they would have to shove in there. It would be like a 6-week long thing if they wanted to be historically accurate. But you know,
and it took him 7 years to get that end product that we now get to see. But go ahead, continue.
Oh, but all I was going to say is that.
Oh, sorry to bore you, Chris.
So when I saw the runtime was, I think, right around like below 3 hours, maybe. I can't remember exactly what the runtime was, but when I saw it was around 3 hours, I looked at Heather and I was like, "Oh my God, are we going to be able to do this?" Because obviously, I don't like musicals to begin with, and I'm like, "Oh my God, now we're going to have to sit through 3. What did I sign myself up for?" Now I'm pulling out my hair. This is like the time he got us to watch Cuffs. You remember that? And we're talking about that. Streets of Fire. Remember that shit? Remember Streets of Fire? God damn it!
This is Cuffs Part 2.
Right.
Heather,
So I'm having this internal battle with myself, and I decided, you know what, Heather, we need to shit or get off the pot. So we're gonna shit.
Oh,
so I threw the
we
TV
shit
on.
together.
Threw the
Okay.
TV on. We shit together. So I throw the TV on. I throw on Disney Plus, and there it is. Lo and behold, the mighty I almost called it Hamlet, the mighty Hamilton. And what's interesting about this movie is, or this play rather, I've been told by several people, not just Jason, you got to see it. It's awesome. It's very similar to the people out there who, if you have never seen Breaking Bad, they're literally going to break into your home and force you to watch it. Is like that kind of level of shit. So
I understand resisting that.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't.
I understand that
watch,
completely.
You didn't watch Breaking Bad. I didn't realize you were a piece of shit who hated America.
Right.
But
Exactly.
Hey, you know what? Hey, that's fine.
You do you, boo.
To
Right.
each their own. It is what it is.
To clarify, though, I do love Breaking Bad. It did take me a couple years, but I finally got around to it. But anyway, we throw in Hamilton, and boom, it sets off instantly, and the music is fantastic. And I have to say, and I don't know if Heather's going to agree with this or not, but the King's song in Hamilton is probably the hardest song to not play in your head a billion times. Because
Dude,
I
wake up at 4 a.m. to get up to pee, and I'm just like da 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 all of a sudden, like as I'm going to pee the bathroom, and then it's just over. I listen to those songs all the time.
It's
John Adams. Good luck.
It's remarkable the music that how catchy most of the music. Let me rephrase this. It's remarkable how catchy all of the songs are in this particular musical. Because it's almost like you're playing a pop album or something, right? Because everything that I listen to, like I have at least through my 3 times of sitting down to watch it, some of the songs are replayed over and over, especially the King song. That's played, I think, more than anything else. But
I have it 3 times.
They're so catchy that it's almost as if I want to go back and rewatch it just to hear the songs again. In fact, part way through watching Hamilton, I thought about looking up the soundtrack and purchasing it just so I could listen to it in the car, aside from watching it as a show. But I decided.
Me and Jason, yep.
Yeah, it's streaming free on Amazon Prime Music, by the way.
Yeah, and the mixtape also. Get
so
Hamilton the mixtape.
My concern about that was it's a soundtrack, but it's not a live soundtrack, right? So it has to be a recorded soundtrack that sounds different than what you see in the film. Is that correct? Or in the play, or whatever the hell you want to call it?
It's pretty close.
Is it? Okay, because I wondered
how
how
they're performing it, 3 times a day or whatever, right? So.
Well, I didn't know if they were using the same people, in the show, like throughout this entire time, because obviously that Hamilton was from 2016, the one that's on Disney Plus right now. Which I don't know.
It was like the run. It was the final run of that original cast. They were all gonna go on and do other things, and they weren't gonna be together much longer after that. So that's why they recorded it. And so I guess it was in the works to release this as a movie at some point. I don't know exactly how it came to be. I only hope that more musicals start doing this, and it looks like we're getting Newsies next. But I'm just saying, I would love to see Book of Mormon exactly in this format, please. But anyway.
Hasadiga Ibowe, by the way.
What's that?
Hasadiga Ibowe.
You have to see Book.
I'm going to say, I say that very often. languages.
I have never seen any of that. Any Newsies, the Book of Mormon. Although I've heard good things about this stuff. I'm not a musical guy, so for me, this is a whole new world.
Annie hates musicals.
That is music.
She like absolutely hates them, but she came to see Book of Mormon and she loved it.
Yeah, Book of Mormon's hilarious. It's a different type of music because Hamilton's just basically nonstop songs, with the exception of like a couple of words here and there. Book of Mormon has a storyline, a play where they also break into music.
So it's more like Grease.
Yeah, so like Hamilton's like 46 songs, I think, total. Book of Mormon's not that as robust. It's probably like less than half of that.
Right.
If not mistaken. But anyway, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Deviated.
Well, really quick. Do you mind
No, go ahead, because I don't have much more to say. I kind of
Okay.
want to get everybody else's
So
thought.
since you guys know everything there is to know about this Hamilton, I figured I would ask this. Ryan.
It's still new to me, by the way. I only started watching it when it went on Disney Plus.
Well, I think you know everything, though.
Okay. You got it.
Ryan asked, just wondering, the one that's recorded on Disney Plus, was it the best version of Hamilton, or since they were all moving on to do other things, was it like a cheap version?
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure they knew it was being filmed. They shot it over 4 nights, or 4 different performances, I believe. So I think they were giving it their all. I mean, Broadway is so different. I've only seen one show in person on Broadway, but if I just know theater in general, they're not leaving anything behind. They pretty much leave it all in there, especially with the production level is so, and you can see it because the open stage and the minimalistic look, the way like they had the 2 circles in the middle of the stage that kept turning around, like, spinning the entire time. The amount of production and the value that goes into that, you could just see it's flawless. Everybody has to do a certain thing. Like the folks that were moving in the background, grabbing up pieces of furniture on their way out. It's great stuff. I used to do theater in high school. So seeing something, doesn't compare.
Nerd.
Yeah, I had to get this folding chair. It was crazy.
I had to get this folding chair, or else, Father Seamus wouldn't talk to me. But yeah, it's crazy. Like it was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. But Heather, you liked it too, because I know you said you didn't really care for musicals that much either.
No, I do not like musicals, but I don't know if it's like the fact that I didn't know very much about Alexander Hamilton before going in, or the fact that they like completely did something off the wall. I feel they took very old history and hip hop and mixed the two, and it was amazing. It was flawless. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Well, it's very hard for me to follow musicals though, so I sort of want to go back and watch it at least one more time, because I think it has to do with the music. I just can't process it as well as I would if they were just talking.
Yeah, it's a lot to take. Yeah, it is a lot to take in, and it took me about 3 viewings before I started picking up on everything.
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me.
Yeah, no, it's not, because it's a lot to take in, because you're trying to get everyone's character, what they're doing, and so you're not alone. You're not alone, Heather. You're not alone.
Did you find any characters, Heather, that you particularly emotionally identified with?
It's hard to say. I was more doing homework with this watching, so my emotions weren't as in it as I think they should have been. Yeah, I don't know. I felt really bad for Eliza. Hamilton was sort of a,
Yeah.
I don't want to slut shame, but.
Yeah, there was a lot of madness going on there. I didn't know that about him. I mean, of course, I didn't know a whole lot about Hamilton going into this, but finding out that he was like sleeping with all of these women, and I mean, he turned out to be a real player.
Yeah,
and he's playing sisters. I mean, who does that? That's crazy.
By the way, so to get really real, I'm gonna get really real here.
Alex is getting real.
I'm gonna
on
get
heroic
really real.
nonsense.
On heroic nonsense, like real. I'm exposing myself here on your show.
Whoa.
Anyways,
He hooked up with two sisters. Is that what you're telling us,
Hey.
Alex? You hooked up with two sisters?
So that sister, why can't I remember her name? Angelica.
Mhm.
Her song destroyed me emotionally. Destroyed me. The Never Satisfied.
Oh, it's just, I thought you were talking about the one with was that the letter one as well?
No. This was the one where she's talking about how she totally got into him, but she was
at the wedding.
she was totally into him at the wedding, and she's giving the speech, and they do the rewind, and she goes through.
Yeah.
That song destroyed me. And Aaron Burr. Let me just tell you something, okay? And it's funny because I watched this movie. I was dealing with a bout of insomnia, right? Insomnia.
Same thing.
And it's like 3:00 in the morning. And I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning. Nothing's going on. Annie's sleeping. The world outside is dead. There's no trains going by. I'm going to watch Hamilton for the first time. And I have this chat with all these designer toy collectors who all were raving about Hamilton. So I'm watching it. And the Aaron Burr song, the Wait For It song,
Mm-hmm.
I had a complete breakdown. I had to stop the song because I was like, it made me reevaluate the entire failure of the trajectory of my life and like all this stuff. And it brought me back to when I was a kid and I used to love the Muppets. And I was like, I'm going to be creative and I'm going to be amazing. I'm going to be a star because Kermit the Frog and Jim Henson want me to be this great person. And I'm literally like 3-4 in the morning, just crying, thinking about how I failed Kermit the Frog for not being a performer or like, because this, when I was a kid, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be like a big performer. Like I wanted to be in the arts, and I didn't do any of that. So watching that Aaron Burr song about waiting for it and not going for it, like Alexander Hamilton goes for it, I broke down at like early in the morning. I'm telling these guys in my designer toy chat, and they're like, yeah, man, it's real. So by the way, I just got really real on the Heroic Nonsense Pod.
Wow.
God damn, he's willing to wait for it. God damn, he's gonna wait for it.
Can I?
Yeah,
just say. Can I just say something?
Of course, Heather.
I had to say my famous line. I love Aaron Burr. I loved him. I loved him. I don't know if this is like, if you guys got this or not, but did he remind you of Kanye West? Like, not like the person, like just his voice in some of the songs?
Yeah, his voice is really good. I don't know. I don't believe Kanye has the same range as he does. But
well, I'm not.
I've only heard the song Gold Digger. That's the only Kanye West song I've ever heard, so I have no idea how to compare it.
It's weird. Some of the like more talky rap songs, if that makes sense, reminded me a lot of Kanye. Like, not the whole song. It would just be like little snippets. I would think, like, I would turn around to. I remember the first night we sat to watch it, I was plating some food or something. We were about to eat dinner, and I turned around and I wasn't looking at the screen, and all of a sudden it sounded like Kanye West, and I was like, what?
But yeah, I guess in the, like, at the beginning where he's just like, good luck with that, you take it a stand.
Yes.
I'll see where we land.
Yes.
If you stand for nothing, what will you fall for?
Yeah.
It was just.
Can we talk about Daveed Diggs, by the way?
Who?
He's the one who played
Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, he was awesome.
I loved him.
He is the greatest. His song, the what is it called, Guns and Ships or whatever, when he's like, he rips. He's just unbelievable. He's such an unbelievable performer.
I still love What Did I Miss? So what did I miss? What did I miss?
Uh-huh.
He's so good.
How many times did you guys watch this play?
I'm like around 13 now.
What?
Yeah.
I've only watched it twice straight through, but I will go back and I will make myself cry at 5 a.m. and watch those two songs over and over again.
My God.
And I will watch all of King George. Every time I will watch every King George song.
My favorite is the third one.
Wow, awesome.
where he's just like where he's talking about where he's talking about George Washington. He's just like, I didn't realize that's something a person could do.
Right. He's like,
John Adams.
He's giving up power, like he was so shocked.
I know him. That can't be. He's that little man who talked to me.
Oh God!
All those years ago.
Well, so Jason, you
so
watched it 13 times on Disney Plus since it's been out?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And then I've listened to it in the car, all the way through, or just doing other stuff. Like I've listened. I tell you, there's certain things I get obsessed with.
This is crazy. I can't believe what you're doing.
Stop. The only thing that got a Hamilton song out of my head was the Cardi B song WAP. So that was go listen to that one if you get an opportunity.
I don't know anything about anything, Jason. So I told you I just listened to the Bridge City Sinners, and now I listen to a lot of Hamilton.
Okay. Throw WAP in there if you can.
Well, I'll
edit.
The next.
And after this, by the way, this goes back to my California trip. As I'm in the car with, shout out to Cassidy, Cody, and Jasmine. As I'm in the car with my 3 white girls, listening nonstop to Hamilton, and all of them singing it. By the way, you know all the words, but also somehow Katy Perry worked her way into my earworm part of my brain.
Which Katy Perry song?
Roar. But no, Roar? Is it called Roar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
What is happening to everybody?
I put it in my Instagram stories now twice because. But that will get stuck in my head too. But
it's a catchy one.
It's a good one.
It's got the eye of the tiger.
Yeah,
I can already hear your playlist. It's like you're listening to your Hamilton, and then right after that, it's like Guar comes on. It's like.
Oh my God! By the way, I have to post this Spider-Man. Do you know about the Spider-Man GIF where he's dancing?
The cartoon one, like
the cartoon one where he's dancing.
Yeah.
Have you tried the thing where you put any song to it and it works?
Does it really?
Dude, I'm gonna put this in. We Hunt Together. I'm gonna post this GIF in there and challenge anyone to find me a song that it doesn't work with. I put on Plague Rages by Napalm Death. I put on classical music. I put on Beethoven's Fifth. I put on every song I could think of, and it just looks like he's dancing to it, and it's perfect every time.
That is
wacky, I gotta post it in the group.
Please do.
How about the King song from the musical Hamilton?
I have not tried it. I have not tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it because, dude, it is so weird. He's just doing this dance, and I gotta post it in the group so everyone can enjoy it and everyone can experience it. And every song I tried, it's like he's dancing to it, and it's perfect every time.
Dean Blockley is asking, the Tobey Maguire dancing from Spider-Man 3?
No, it's a GIF of a cartoon animated Spider-Man.
Gotcha.
And
they used to have him. They had him for all of the a bunch of Marvel characters, because I remember there was one with Wolverine as well.
It's nothing compared to
years and years ago. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, yeah. But Jonathan Groff, who plays King George, was also the voice of, from Frozen.
Yes,
Kristoff. He's the voice of Kristoff.
Yep.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda apparently.
Talking about my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Yes, he wrote the music or most of it from Moana.
Ooh, yes. That's a great film.
Yes. So I absolutely hate him for writing the music that gets stuck in my head all of the time, because Moana is another one that if I put that soundtrack on, I will hear it in my head 24/7. Has everyone here seen Moana?
I have.
Sort of.
Yes, I watched it. We actually watched it together with my son, and I guess Heather just said sorta, so she must not remember any of it. But
yeah, I'm really weird.
It was a
with some
great
movies.
movie.
That's another one that I will get so emotional over when she's talking about like living her life and breaking free from her family and all this stuff. And I'm like, I can't. Why didn't I do that? Where was Moana in my life? Why can't I be Moana?
Is this? Are you basically telling us you need to seek counseling? Because everything is making you break in half.
Absolutely, because all I do is watch movies and cry about failing.
I watched the other day. I woke up and watched Toxic Avenger, and I started crying like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminds me of that. There was back in the '90s. There was a commercial for it was for anorexia and bulimia, and it was someone who you know the one I'm talking about, Chris.
Yeah.
But it was this girl who just goes, "I wake up in the morning and I think I'm fat. I look at the mirror and I think I'm fat. I go to dinner and I think I'm fat." So that's what you do. You just listen to everything and you think you fail.
And I reflect on my failures. I'm trying to find this GIF, dude, because I got to post it in that group, but you're going to love it.
All right. It sounds good. So Chris and Heather, you passed homework with flying colors, and thank you so much.
That might be the first time that's ever happened, because typically we don't follow the rule or catch up in time. This time you asked one time, we did it. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the
It was
longest
great.
feature yet.
And it was the long. It's true. All right, so now we're all going to watch Gettysburg.
Oh
tomorrow.
God!
So let's go. The
Yeah.
director's cut. It's only 4 hours. Get to see Robert Duvall and Jeff Daniels
Oof.
do some acting. Hey, I sat through that director's cut at a movie theater with an intermission.
You sat through a director's cut for 4 hours? I mean,
Of Gettysburg.
Why would you do that?
I did watch Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, which was weird.
Oh, I love that. One of the best. There you go again. I'm going to stop. But yeah, the Kenneth Branagh version in 70 millimeter of Hamlet, fantastic. I actually, in high school, we had a field trip to go watch it at Towson Commons. We walked over to the movie theater, and we had to. And I was like, yes, I will go just away for 4 hours to watch a movie. I don't care. I'll do it.
And it had an intermission, which was very strange.
It did, and we all got popcorn and a sody pop. We had sodies.
I found it, by the way. I'm posting it right now. We hunt together.
Yes.
So that I'm really pleased that you liked it and it was a positive experience.
It was very positive. Although after the fact, I decided for whatever reason this weekend to get completely obsessed with one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Dawn of the Dead, the original 1978 George Romero film. And I spent most of my weekend watching the movie and also watching making ofs, which all of this is on YouTube. So if you like Dawn of the Dead, you no longer can find this thing like on DVD or Blu-ray. It's very hard to come by unless you want to spend a lot of money. But it is on YouTube, I hope forever, but it's on YouTube for free, and it's like a 4K
in 4K
version. Yes, and it's amazing. And I watched it today, all the way through, and I gotta say, the very end of the movie, where it's just the credits, the most brilliant credit sequence of any film of all time. And if somebody could tell me there's been a better one, I would love to know. And if you have never seen the film, it is literally Heather's laughing her ass off, and I can't finish my thought. Let me finish my thought, then you can get to that. But it's a brilliant thing because it's a mall full of zombies walking around, and they're playing this very shitty music over it, which is actually from Robot Chicken. They play this, and there are zombies walking around on ice, and they're falling over, and there's some going, like, one guy falls down on an escalator, and he comes down like he's actually fallen, like he probably really got injured. But it's like the greatest end credit sequence of any film of all time. It's so great. But I just had to talk about that for a minute. Now, Heather, what are you laughing about?
I played All I Want to Do by Sheryl Crow, and Spider-Man's dancing to this song perfectly.
Perfectly. Any? Perfect.
Yeah, so for those folks who are not being able to watch it and you're only listening to the podcast, Heather is playing this GIF right now. If you want to see this GIF, you'll have to find it on Gastlecast We Hunt Together on Facebook in our group, and it's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I actually really like, as far as end credits, and it's funny that I find it so brilliant, is the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 end credits.
Yeah.
Have you ever really paid attention to those?
Yeah, they're really, really great. I like the panels on the sides where they have, like, one actually has the Grand Master from Thor Ragnarok in it, played by, what the hell is his name, from Jurassic Park. Guy played the Fly.
Goldblum.
Jeff
Goldblum. Yep, him. Yeah. He's in it.
But I like how there'll be I am Groot, and it'll change to the real person's name.
Yes.
And she's having so much fun with this. I love it. And actually, it's funny because I knew my ex-girlfriend worked in Hollywood in like costume design or something like that. And I didn't realize until recently I was watching those end credits like really hard. I was like, oh, hey, that's my ex-girlfriend, Melanie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Melanie Mascioli. Yeah.
Did you have a breakdown then too because you realized she's in Hollywood, or?
I could have had a breakdown because you know, I would have. It would just remind me that I wasted my life and I'm not in Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you were close. You were in Thousand Oaks, so
I was in Thousand Oaks. Yeah.
that's close. It's close
Yeah.
enough to Hollywood. Close enough to Hollywood.
It's close.
We're just gonna do that sound for a couple hours.
Alex,
Get over it.
Alex, I just want to thank you for doing this to me. Now I have Heather, and she's going to continue playing music all night to this stupid gift.
Let me tell you, he dances to Sheryl Crow. He dances to Mbop. He dances to All Star by Smash Mouth. He dances to That Don't Impress Me Much by Shania Twain. What can he not dance to? This is just
play Ghost, play Guar, play Napalm Death, play.
Woo! Jump
play
around.
something crazy.
Oh,
What about the Hamilton set? What about one of George Washington's songs from?
I'm sure it would work. I haven't tried it. That's why I issue a challenge to all Gastlecast subscribers to find the songs that don't work. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds for it to find its rhythm between your eyes and your ears.
hold on. I will challenge this. I want you to play Coffin Fodder by Cradle of Filth right now. Find it and play it.
Is this what we're doing? Is this going to go on the cast?
Listen, you started this shit. Don't get mad about it.
But I'm saying, do you have for the rights to that music to play?
It doesn't matter. At this point, it does. You know what? You can barely hear it. Nobody. Hold on. I want to see it.
Okay.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Oh, man, Jason.
Here.
I'm telling you,
live.
but it will.
It actually.
It will eventually come.
It does work. How is that possible?
It's insane. How could it do any rhythm? The song could be like any rhythm, any beats per minute, anything, and it just plays.
Oh my god, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Listening and now watching, Heather is like dying. Her face is like scrunched up, laughing so hard.
This is the greatest thing ever. Oh my god! Just stop it, please. Just stop it, please, because
You guys do this later. It's in the group. Just start.
No, I want to do this just all night.
That's going to be part 2 of the.
Oh, she wants to do this all night. Thanks, Heather.
Every man wants to hear his wife say, "I just want to play songs to Spider-Man GIF all night."
Hey, are you busy? We want to play music to a Spider-Man GIF.
While we're sitting here.
I don't know.
I hope you guys enjoy listening to us listening.
Yeah.
He even does it to My Name Is by Eminem.
Oh my god. Get me out of this. I'm in hell now.
This is great.
I told you. You could do this later, Heather, but I promise you, I have not found a song that it doesn't work on.
No, I want to do this forever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Shout
think.
out to Seiko for showing me this gift because I never would have seen it if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. There was a song that popped into my head that I don't think it might. Well, played for Coffin Fodder. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play.
All right.
And what's the level of swearing I could do on this podcast?
Do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. At this point,
Anal. Put anal cunt on.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that
band will totally play along. Just because Spider-Man just likes to dance to everything.
Yeah,
He is. He just
Although-
his dancing taste go for everywhere.
What? That's
Look,
not.
I have pins that look like little what are those hearts? Valentine's Day hearts, the little heart candies.
How about I
And one
respect
says,
your
"This
feelings?
cunt."
The first song has a very edgy title. Okay, what's that one? Don't.
You always have edgy titles.
Well, I mean their name is edgy. Don't offer me what?
Weak drugs.
Don't offer me weak drugs.
Or
I haven't.
I'll kick your
Effing
ass.
by the one and
I'll tell
only
you something,
anal
I saw
cunt.
them live at
I'm gonna give
there
you
was
AIDS.
this
That's
3-day like death metal.
Can you play?
grindcore
Can you
fest
play? I
at
want to hear what this
CBGB.
sounds like.
Back in like when I was like 17, 18 years old,
Mhm.
and they played there, and He's a raging alcoholic.
That
And
is
he
some
would
band.
well, he was, because he's dead now, but he was a raging alcoholic, and he would get violent with like the crowd, and I was like really up in the front, like really up close, and he got really, because he was wasted, he got really like off balance and fell down into the drum set, gets up, picks up the mic stand, and my best friend Raphael at the time, he was there watching, and he thought I was going to get my teeth smashed in by the lead singer.
Oh my God.
And I was at the New England Hardcore and Metal Fest back in 2000, maybe it was, when Jamie Josta from Hatebreed was playing, and Seth Putnam from Anal Cunt rushed him in the, like, while they're playing. They got into a fight, and they both beat the shit out of each other.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful show.
They sound lovely, these guys.
Let me tell you how hardcore that was.
The same thing happened at Hamilton.
Yeah. And Seth Putnam got arrested because there was this whole big fight breaking out, and the cops grabbed him by the shoulder, and he turned around and punched the cop.
Oh my God. Arrested.
Excellent.
That was a good show. I played that show with my dumb band.
That's right. Alex was in a dumb band. Did you know that?
No,
cool.
I didn't. Is that why you cry at night?
Yeah, that's why I cried at night, because of that dumb band.
Is that what? Do you think Spider-Man could dance to your dumb band songs?
You know what? If I could stomach listening to my dumb band, I would try it.
Do you know what that band's name is? Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh,
wow.
Painful.
That's right. Yeah.
Petty. Tom Petty.
Was it literally called My Dumb Band?
No.
That would have been a great name.
It's called R22. It was named after the Freon.
Oh.
R22. You can look it up. I'm sure it's somewhere. YouTube, Spotify.
It's sort of like SR71, but you were R22.
It just turns out that actually Alex and his band is really big in Lithuania.
Oh.
Part Lithuanian, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's it's like, oh yes, Lithuanian death metal. It's just where it's at. It's where it's at.
Or R22 is code for like Smash Mouth. He was in Smash Mouth.
Yeah, it's basically that's their version. It's the Lithuanian Smash Mouth. So
that's what we were known as, the Lithuanian Smash Mouth.
That's what they were.
All right. Well, guess what? We hit an hour. Believe it or not, we hit an hour.
Well,
Believe
like
it or
10
not.
minutes of it was me finding songs and making Spider-Man dance.
Really compelling, especially when people are just listening.
Yeah.
They're hearing background like Smash Mouth playing. You're an all-star.
Yeah.
He, by the way, when we get off here, you need to do it to "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," like from the beginning.
I will.
It's really good.
Man, you make me feel like a woman.
"Man, I Feel Like a Woman" by Shania Twain.
Shania Twain. By the way, did you realize that this past Friday is the 30th anniversary of the release of the iconic early 90s hair metal album Extreme 2 Pornograffiti?
Oh.
Which August 7th, 1990.
Birthday.
More Than Words blasted off, and we're dancing to the decadent dance. And if you don't like what you see here, get the funk out, because we're wholehearted. These are all songs from it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And look at that. I actually named them in a row. So that's perfect. But yeah, so happy 30th birthday to More Than Words, and get the funk out, which I still like to say. I like to say, hey, if you don't like what you see here,
get the funk out.
Get the funk out.
Hold on.
I think it's the 25th anniversary of Gem, by the way.
Ooh.
Truly outrageous.
So,
truly.
Ryan Skywalker in the chat says, I just tried Somewhere Over the Rainbow with that, and that definitely don't work.
Don't work?
Don't work.
I don't know. Did he do the original version, or did he do the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes version?
Oh.
Try the Me First and the Gimme Gimmes version.
Heather's trying. What? No, play the original one.
Okay, this was.
That's Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
That's
all right. We're getting crazy. We're getting crazy.
We're
gonna try this.
Try it at home.
Yeah,
try this at home.
So, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on here. It was good to see your face. I haven't talked to you in a while, so
Yeah, I love y'all and I miss y'all, and clearly it's having an effect on my emotional state.
Yeah. Staring through can't get through a goddamn musical without having to question your entire existence.
A hip hop
What if-
musical at that.
Yeah.
What if he's like, you'll be back? Oh, or will I? Oh God,
will
I be back?
Oh man, when I watched the 2011 Muppets, the reboot. Oh my God, it was a breakdown.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I drank a pickle juice sour beer today, and I had a breakdown as well after that.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
Test breakdown.
That was not good. But yeah. But thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and ruining everything with that GIF. Now I have to spend my entire night with a GIF.
Do this later. I literally said do this later.
Yeah,
I said I'll post it in the group. You could try it later.
Hey, you tell that to Heather. It's not going to happen.
God.
See, you only listen to me. I don't listen to you. That's the problem.
Heather's all trouble.
Yeah.
No, we're going to enjoy your GIF. We're going to play around with it a little bit. We have music
Okay.
we're going to try with it.
All night long. That's another one I'm going to try.
All night long.
Who's that? Lionel Richie?
All night. Lionel Rich.
I bet you he dances to that.
No, I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Oh.
I'm easy like Sunday at 8:50
Wow.
p.m.
We got the what? That's all we got.
Guys, you know who we are. We are the Gastlecast. Go and check us out on Instagram at Gastlecast, or check us out on YouTube, where we talk about toys and figurines and stuff like this. We do live podcasts. It's a lot of fun. So check us out, Gastlecast.
And you can find me online at SwabubbaFett on Instagram, on the Twitter, and the book face, all those places. There I am. There I am. That's where I am. And go watch my videos on $7 a Pop's channel.
Yes, really do that. They're funny.
Yes.
They're very funny, Jason.
I enjoy that. And I'm doing them every single week through October. So I have a lot of putting out there. So if you watch them, that makes me feel good. If you don't watch them, it makes me feel really sad.
Oh.
Hey,
did you hear that? What's
did.
that?
I watched your latest 3 times.
Yes, so did I. My son, it's funny. My son will like go and watch them. He'll just start laughing, and then he'll just quote something from it. So like this one, his favorite was the Harvey Melanoma bit from the Handmade by Robots, which by the way, the coop is gone. Like they're gone.
What?
Gone. They don't exist anymore.
Why?
They let everyone go and they closed up.
Oh,
I'm glad I got those Handmade by
so-
Robots thing.
So get your last Handmade by Robots. We still got them.
Oh my God, I'm glad I picked those up.
wow.
So we didn't get. They had all these other cool ones that were supposed to be coming out from like Aliens and Predator and stuff, and now we get nothing. But I think they were trying to sell the brand, the Handmade by Robots idea to someone else. So hopefully wherever it goes, it'll take off.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Take
They're
off.
cool. They're cool.
All right. And Alex, do you want anyone to find you anywhere? Do you want to pimp some sideshow stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to pimp some sideshow stuff. Go to Facebook, join Let Your Geek Sideshow and the Designer Toy Collective, and our newest group, Sideshow Insiders and Atomic Misfits. Those are
Ooh.
the 2 new groups that I absolutely love, and you'll find some cool stuff there. And I'm Church of Sagan on Instagram, if you want to see my stupid face.
And you can try and find his stupid band.
Yeah, that's
Or,
right.
sorry, not stupid.
I'm not repeating it. Big dumb band. And that's it. That's all I got.
We love your stupid face here. That's all we have to say about that.
Thank you.
And if Spider-Man can dance to your stupid band, I love your stupid band too.
Oh.
But if not, I'm out.
Yeah. I hope it's the one thing that doesn't work.
So, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
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 Well, I got that one in there, and a little laugh at the end. That was great, guys. That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Let's see. What season was it? Season 2 episode? I think this is 27. Episode 27.
Sure. We'll go with that.
I thought
Alex.
it was 28, but
Yeah, we're still live, by the way. Just so you guys know, that I just ended the podcast part of it, so we're still on. We're still on YouTube.
it's a good thing you said that. Did you happen to see the Zoom call where he was in a Zoom call like with his work, and it was like 12 people or like some crazy amount of people, and they say goodbye to him, but he forgets to turn everything off. And he starts looking at a dirty website, and he grabs his lotion and
Is that
tissues.
real?
Oh,
I don't think it's real.
Heck, I don't know if that was real.
I don't think it was.
Nah, I don't think it was
But
real
it was
either.
funny. It was really
It was funny.
So, yeah, guys, we're still live on YouTube, so don't do anything weird.
Right, don't rip out the lube or anything, okay? Please.
Like, what did
No,
you guys think?
I'm just prepping the drop that's taking place in 5 minutes, so I'm not. It's nothing dirty. Although
What drop?
Hey.
Let's
Let's get filthy.
Yeah. I'm staring at Alex Trebek right now. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us. Again, if you want Gastlecast pins, we still have them. No Ghastly pins at the current moment. But if you want Gastlecast pins, email us at gastlecast@gmail.com, and we'll get pins out to you. They are $12 shipped, but every
In the
other
U.S.
in the U.S., any other pins that you add on, because we have 3 Gastlecast pins. One is black and white. The other one's black and white but inverted. Then we have a glow-in-the-dark one. So if you want all 3 pins, email us and let us know, and we'll work out getting all 3 pins to you. And look at all these collectibles. In the let's see, can I want to be a part of this.
Oh, you got that. Oh, there we go. Oh my.
Oh no! Oh, we can't hear you anymore. You broke your computer.
He muted your mic.
Yo, this thing weighs straight up 2 pounds. So when it lands, I'm like afraid it's gonna break. It's the Creative Clown by Red Guardian. My God, this thing is insane.
The thing's amazing.
You could kill someone with this. It's solid resin. Oof,
And you
wow.
could also apparently cut off your microphone with it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
Lord.
All right, guys. Well, remember, as always, we are together, yes. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Ah.
Buys. You'll be back.